In this video, I'm going to show you improvements to 3D Monster Maze, which is the cartridge that I'm hoping to have ready for our CoCoFest 2020. This is the startup screen where you do the color calibration, and I'm just going to, it's a reuse of the Wumpus code, but I'm just going to click OK. And there's our title screen. You can see that I've cleaned up the graphics, made it look a little less Barney-like, so the graphics have been improved. And all the sprites have been cleaned up. There were some errors with the kind of walls and tiles being off by kind of like 1 pixel, but all the sprites are looking really nice now. And there's a top-down mode. If you hit M, it'll go into map mode. And I've got a cheat key here so I can see what I'm looking at. All right, hang on. I got a problem here. So I'm going to run away. Again, there's messages that describe what the monster is up to, and those have been improved. There were some bugs in there that I fixed. And on this top-down view, the exit is right above me. It's always in a cul-de-sac that is placed into the maze. So I have to kind of go down and then up and around to get to the exit. So let me go back to the map mode. And you'll notice that the Rex lies in wait. That means that the monster is stuck. However, there is a counter now that keeps track of how long the monster has been stuck for. And if the monster gets stuck for too long, then the monster will be teleported somewhere else and it'll start hunting you again. So there's our portal out of the maze. I've improved that. It used to be just a ladder, and now I've got this kind of cool portal thing going on here. And now I've escaped, right? So this time. All right. And then it should go back to the maze. So now it's generated a different maze, and I'm going to let the monster get me this time. So there's our maze. You can see it actually put me pretty close to the exit. But I'm going to put myself in a position where the monster is going to get me. And he's hunting you. All right, so he's seen you, so there he is. And he's going to get me. Arr, and chomp. Press any key. Okay, so retry maze. So after you've died once, you get a second chance to retry the same level. And the reason for that is because if I go to the map mode here, you'll see, well, if I weren't cheating, then it'll save all of the data on the squares that you visited or not. So let's say that you've mapped out 80% of the maze trying to find the exit, and then you die. Well, now you can retry that same level and not have to map it out all over again, and you can enjoy the benefits of all your previous maze explorations, right? So you can see as I'm moving around, it's mapping out the maze. And part of this is, having played the original, I always felt like I was just running around the maze totally clueless without any any plan. There was no compass to show you like what direction you were going in. It was too easy to get lost, and you just run around in circles never finding the maze. But if you have this top-down view, then you can eventually kind of map out all of the corridors and see where you've been and where you haven't been. And eventually, through process of elimination, you can, and running around and avoiding the monster, you can figure out where the exit is through process of elimination. So that works really well. And the fact that you've got this top-down view, is very helpful. But you can't just run around in the top-down view, because then you don't see the monster messages, and eventually the monster will track you down, and you'll run into the monster, and you'll die. So it's nice, but it doesn't. It's not so useful that you can just operate in top-down mode all the time. You really need to be operating in the first-person view. Otherwise, you'll just run into the walls. So there it is. The monster getting stuck has been fixed. The exit has been improved. The graphics have been cleaned up. The gameplay is nice and clean, and there's really it's in good shape. The only thing I think I'm going to add is maybe a skill level screen so we can control the speed at which maybe the monster tracks you down, or maybe a tutorial mode where you get that cheat key where you can see the entire maze, right? So the maze is always in a cul-de-sac right there. So there's the maze, or the exit. There's the exit to the maze. So there it is. I mean, it seems to be working really well. I'm really happy with it. And oh, duh, you see, that's why you can't be in top-down view, because the monster gets you. So the code is just about done. I've got a label ready, and Neil is very excited about making cartridges of this. So we're hoping to have this ready for CoCoFest 2020, and I'm very excited about this game. I think it's going to be a really good addition to the Coco software library. And I hope to see you guys. Hope to see everybody at CoCoFest 2020, and I hope you enjoy 3D Monster Maze. Thanks for watching.